Okay, water softening. Softening means hardness removal. Okay, softening of water means removal of hardness from water. You know, hardness is two types actually: carbonate hardness, non-carbonate hardness. Okay, you know how to find this carbonate hardness and non-carbonate hardness. If you know total hardness can be worked out from generally from calcium and magnesium, right? And from these two ions you can work out total hardness, and alkalinity you can work out alkalinity is you know how to find alkalinity due to OH minus ions or otherwise carbonates, CO3 2 minus, SCO3 minus, okay, and OH minus ions. So you can work out alkalinity. You know carbonate hardness equal to least of total hardness, comma, alkalinity. Non-carbonate hardness equal to total hardness minus carbonate hardness. Further, you know, carbonate hardness is basically due to mainly due to carbonates, I mean bicarbonates of calcium and magnesium generally. CaSCO3 twice or Mg SCO3 twice majorly, and non-carbonate hardness is due to like CaSO4, MgSO4 or CaCl2 or MgCl2 generally. So to remove this hardness, we have basically three methods. Methods to remove hardness. So temporary hardness can be removed by, I mean carbonate hardness. Carbonate hardness can be removed by simply by heating or by boiling or by adding lime. So carbonate hardness can be removed like this, but non-carbonate hardness can be removed by these methods. Number one, lime soda process. Or number two, zeolite. Zeolite process. Number three, demineralization. Demineralization process. Demineralization or deionization. Deionization process. Okay. So these are the methods we need to discuss. So first one, boiling. Just see what happens in boiling in carbonate. I mean carbonate hardness. What happens in boiling? Boiling. See, CaHCO3 twice, taking heat, it gets precipitated. CaCO3 will be precipitated and can be separated out by sedimentation process or filtration process. Okay, H2O plus CO2 will be released, heating process. Similarly, MgHCO3 twice, taking heat, it gives MgCO3, get precipitated, and CO2 will be released in boiling. But this method is not suitable for public water supplies, right? Because of its bulkiness. So the quantity is more. We cannot boil and treat this. Okay. So for this method is not practical for municipal water supply, public water supply. Okay. Second one is addition of lime. So carbonate hardness methods. Okay. Carbonate hardness removal methods. Okay. Number one, boiling. Number two, addition of lime. So addition of lime, what happens? You see, CaHCO3 twice plus hydrated lime. If you take CaOH twice, gives rise to 2 CaCO3 will be precipitated out plus 2 H2O. Similarly, MgHCO3 twice plus CaOH twice gives rise to CaCO3, get precipitated, MgCO3 also get precipitated, then plus H2O. So like this, by adding lime also can remove the carbonate hardness. Okay, these are the two methods, boiling and addition of lime. Okay, next coming to non-carbonate hardness or permanent hardness removal methods. Okay, first one, lime soda process. Okay, lime means CaO or CaOH twice, quick lime or hydrated lime. Soda means Na2CO3. Okay, soda means Na2CO3. So in this process, what happens? We will see that what are the chemical reactions. So basically, the lime reacts with carbon dioxide as well. CO2. The CO2 present in water, that is in dissolved form. Okay, the CO2 carbon dioxide will be there in water in dissolved form. That also reacts with the lime. CaOH twice gives rise to CaCO3, get precipitated plus H2O. That's why lime required to remove carbon dioxide as well. So in the calculation of lime requirement, you should take this also into account. Okay. So here you can see 56, I mean CO2 means here 12 plus what is that? 16 into 2, 32 plus 12, 44. 44 grams of CO2 can be removed by using this one, CaOH twice or CaO means actually CaOH twice means 40 plus 2 into 16 plus 1, 17, 34, 74. So 74 grams of hydrated lime is required to remove 44 grams of CO2, like that. In the balance, otherwise in terms of CaO means CaO 56 only. So 56 grams of CaO is required to remove 44 grams of CO2. Accordingly, you can do the calculations. Okay, like that. So CO2 also needs to be removed by adding lime. The lime reacts with CO2 as well. Okay. Similarly, CaHCO3 twice calcium bicarbonate reacts with lime. CaOH twice gives rise to 2CaCO3 get precipitated plus H2O. So calcium bicarbonate needs lime. If you see magnesium bicarbonate, reacts with lime. CaCO3 gets precipitated and MgCO3 will form. Okay, again it is soluble. So 2H2O. So this MgCO3 again need actually lime. MgCO3. Okay, again reacts with lime. That means magnesium bicarbonate needs 2 times of lime, right? 2 moles, 1 mole of magnesium bicarbonate needs 2 moles of lime. CaOH twice gives rise to MgOH twice. Of course, it is insoluble, that's why it's get precipitated and settle down in sedimentation tank, CaCO3. So that also gets settled. Okay. So now you understood here the Mg magnesium bicarbonate needs 2 times of lime. 1 mole of magnesium bicarbonate needs 2 moles of lime. So that you need to remember. Okay. Similarly, if you see MgSO4, magnesium sulfate, it is actually non-carbonate hardness, right? Non-carbonate hardness of magnesium. What happens, you see, CaOH twice reacts with lime and MgOH twice get precipitated plus CaSO4. That means magnesium sulfate, by consuming lime, of course, it is changing to CaSO4. Again, hardness is there. Just it is shifting from magnesium to calcium. So not yet completely removed. So how to remove that? That CaSO4 needs actually calcium sulfate. Whether it is original calcium sulfate or calcium sulfate formed by magnesium sulfate, of course, to remove that we need soda, Na2CO3. Okay, reacts with this and CaCO3 get precipitated plus Na2SO4, which does not cause any hardness to the water. Sodium sulfate, Na2SO4, does not cause any hardness to the water. So you remember here, non-carbonate hardness of this magnesium is converting into calcium non-carbonate hardness. Okay, by consuming lime. That calcium non-carbonate hardness is consuming soda. Okay. Similarly, MgCl2, suppose magnesium chloride consuming lime and it converts to MgOH twice plus CaCl2. See, this also non-carbonate hardness of magnesium, okay, is converting into non-carbonate hardness of calcium. So that calcium CaCl2 again needs, okay, Na2CO3, soda. So what happens? CaCO3 precipitated under 2 NaCl. Okay. So from these reactions, you need to understand what is going to happen here. So lime, for what purpose lime is required? Lime is required to remove CO2. Lime is required to remove calcium bicarbonate hardness. Calcium bicarbonate hardness. 2 times of lime is required to remove magnesium bicarbonate hardness. Lime is required to remove magnesium non-carbonate hardness. Understood now? So you can think like this actually. Otherwise, one more thing, soda, for what purpose soda is required? soda is required to remove. See, magnesium non-carbonate is there, means that also soda is needed, because magnesium first converts into calcium, then calcium also needed actually. So magnesium or calcium, whatever, if non-carbonate hardness is there, that needs soda. So you can think like this. Lime requirement is for number one, CO2 purpose, lime is required. Number two, HCO3 needs lime. Suppose MgHCO3 is there, 2 times of lime is required. MgSO4 needs lime. MgCl2 also needs lime. So you can think like this. You can calculate directly like this. Otherwise, CO2 needs lime. Carbonate hardness needs lime. Carbonate hardness needs lime. So here in 2 parts of MgCO3, you can take 1 part to carbonate hardness. Another part you can take magnesium hardness. See, MgSO4, MgCl2. Okay, so magnesium hardness, whatever form, magnesium separately you need to calculate magnesium hardness of either carbonate or bicarbonate, non-carbonate. Magnesium causing carbonate, okay, sorry, magnesium causing hardness, whether it is carbonate or non-carbonate, magnesium separately you need to calculate. So carbonate. So what we are doing here, we are splitting like this. A, CO2, B, CaHCO3 twice, okay, plus MgHCO3 twice, C, MgHCO3 twice plus MgSO4 plus MgCl2. Understood now what we did? So actually magnesium bicarbonate needs 2 moles of lime. That's why we are adding here once and here once. That means finally lime needed for CO2, lime needed for carbonate hardness, lime needed for magnesium hardness. You can think like that. See, in this third one, everywhere magnesium is there. Clear na? Doubt em lime needed only for these 3 things. One is for CO2, second is for carbonate hardness, third is for magnesium hardness. Madhu, clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then soda requirement. Soda requirement is for non-carbonate hardness. For non-carbonate hardness, soda is required. So for carbonate hardness, I mean for lime is required for these 3 things. Okay. Soda is required for this one thing only. So lime is required for CO2 as well as carbonate hardness as well as magnesium hardness separately. Okay. This is about lime soda process. So we will see some problems. Note down. Gate 1991. The question is like this. Calculate the necessary amount of lime to soften a raw water having alkalinity as CaCO3 equal to 160 mg per liter, comma, magnesium as mg 15.8 mg per liter, comma, non-carbonate hardness as CaCO3 equal to 30 mg per liter, comma, and carbon dioxide CO2 equal to 26 mg per liter. This is the question. Try yourself. So we need actually lime is required for number one CO2, number two carbonate hardness, number three magnesium hardness. See for CO2 how much is required? Lime required for CO2. Okay. Suppose if you calculate in terms of CaO. Okay, in terms of CaO, you know CaO unit weight 56, right? So CO2 how much is there basically? 26 mg per liter. So CaO molecular weight is 56 and CO2 molecular weight is 12 plus 32, 44, right? Equal to how much? 26 into 56 by 44. 33.1 mg per liter CaO. Okay. Number two, carbonate hardness. Lime required for carbonate hardness. Carbonate hardness. Carbonate hardness how much? See, as non-carbonate hardness is there, then carbonate hardness must be alkalinity only. So 160 into, yeah, lime 56 to react with that CS in terms of CaCO3 means 100. So which is equal to 160 into 56 by 100. 89 point. 89 point.
60.
60. 89.6. Okay. mg per liter CaO. Lime required for magnesium hardness. Magnesium. So how much magnesium is there? 15.8 mg per liter. It's a 56 by magnesium 24. 15.8 into 56 by 24. 38.9. 36.9, right? mg per liter CaO. So totally 33.1 plus 89.6 plus 36.9 equal to 159.6 mg per liter CaO is required. 159.6 is much required. So he asked only lime, but we can calculate soda also. Soda is required for non-carbonate hardness, okay, which is equal to, so non-carbonate hardness, how much is there? 30. Na2CO3, what is the unit weight? I mean molecular weight, Na2CO3. Na2CO3, Na actually it is 23, right? Molecular weight. 23 into 2 plus 12 plus 16 into 3, 48. 46, 48, 96 plus 10. Is it 106?
Yes, sir.
Okay. 106. So directly if you take soda requirement 30 into 106 by 100. .8 mg per liter. You can calculate like this. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. See the one more problem. Calculate the requirement of slaked lime. Slaked lime in softening of 2 lakh liters. Of raw water. Of raw water having CO2 of 1.8 milliequivalents per liter, Ca2 plus of 2.2 milliequivalents per liter, Mg2 plus of 1.5 milliequivalents per liter, and SCO3 minus of 2 milliequivalents per liter. This is the question, okay? Everything is given in milliequivalents. So directly, what is the total hardness? Total hardness equal to calcium 2.2, magnesium 1.5, which is equal to into 50. 3.7 into 50. That is 185 mg per liter as CaCO3. Carbonate, I mean alkalinity. It is due to here only SCO3 minus, so obviously it is 2 into 50, 100 mg per liter as CaCO3. So carbonate hardness equal to least of these, that is 100. Okay. Non-carbonate hardness equal to 185 minus 100, 85 mg per liter as CaCO3. Okay. So now we can calculate lime requirement. So CO2 1.8 milliequivalents, that means 1.8 into just multiply with 50 to get into mg per liter as CaCO3. Okay. Multiplied by, so now it is mg per liter as CaCO3 it is there. Now do lime. If you take quick lime 56 by 100, okay, plus CO2, then carbonate hardness 100, okay, into 56 by 100 plus magnesium hardness, magnesium 1.5 into 50 mg per liter as CaCO3. So that means into 56 by 100. So what is the lime requirement in mg per liter? As CaO. Slake lime means hydrated lime, right? Slake lime, hydrated lime, both are same. Slake lime. So 74. Okay, yeah. Slake lime means hydrated lime. Quick lime means CaO. One 1.8 into 50 into 74. Okay, 1.8 into 50 plus 100 plus 75 equal to into 74 by 100, which is 196.1 mg per liter. So total slake lime. Required 196.1 multiplied by 2 lakhs into converting into kg 10 power minus 6. That means into 0.2. 39.22 kg. That is the slake lime required. Also find soda requirement. Soda requirement is only for non-carbonate hardness. That is how much? 85 mg per liter into 106 by 100. That equal to 85 into 106 by 100. 90.1 mg per liter. Total soda required. .1 into 2 lakhs into 10 power minus 6 kg into 0.22. 18.02 kg. Clear?
Yes.
So whatever we need to remove, for that we can calculate that. Okay. Next. So based on purity, suppose purity is less than 100%, then you can calculate accordingly. Okay, dividing with suppose 90% purity is there, divide by 0.9 you can do. Okay. Next. Okay. See, in lime soda process, basically, see, the problem with lime soda process. Actually the insoluble materials, okay, insoluble materials, that whatever the settled ones, okay, this one CaCO3, MgOH twice, all those things, okay? CaCO3 and MgOH twice. CaCO3 and MgOH twice may not settle completely in sedimentation tank. Then what happens? The precipitation continues in the distribution system as well as sometimes in filters actually. The precipitation process may continue in the filters as well as in distribution system. So then what happens because of this? Because of this, what happens means here in filters, the sand grains, basically the sand grains, the sand grains catches these insolubles and its size increases. Okay, so this problem, it is called actually incrustation of filters. Okay, filter sand. It is called, I think, incrustation. Incrustation of filter media. Okay. So similarly, in pipelines also, these fine powders will be deposited. Okay. In distribution pipelines, also, these precipitates deposits. Okay. How to solve this problem? The solution is recarbonation. Recarbonation means it is addition of CO2. See, already CO2 removed, no? So by adding CO2, what happens? By addition of CO2, this problem can be solved. Why? All those precipitates, whatever are there, that CaCO3, whatever precipitate is there, that will be again reacts with the added CO2 and H2O. It gives actually HCO3 twice. Of course, little hotness will be increased. Let it be, but problem will be solved, right? The incrustation or deposition will be solved. MgOH twice plus CO2 gives rise to MgCO3 plus H2O, and this MgCO3 CO2 plus H2O gives rise to MgHCO3 twice. So in recarbonation, this problem can be solved. Okay, incrustation as well as this distribution pipeline deposition will be solved actually. This is about lime soda process and recarbonation. Generally, we do recarbonation after lime soda process to avoid these problems. Next process is zeolite process. Actually, zeolite is a resin. It's a resin actually, resin material. Actually, it is its formula you can write like this: Na2O Al2O3 X SiO2, X can be anything, Y H2O. Okay, X is 2 or more. Two or more, and Y is anything up. Okay, Y is some ranging amounts. It can be anything. Okay, so this can be represented simply with the representation Na to Z. That entire thing can be represented with Z. Z means zeolite. Okay, Z stands for zeolite. So it's actually hydrated silicates of sodium and aluminum. Hydrated silicates of sodium and aluminum. Okay. See, sodium is there, aluminum is there, silicates are there. Okay. So what happens basically? How it the hardness can be removed means it is very simple. The Na2Z, the resin bed will be there. Through this bed, if hot water passes, suppose Ca HCO3 twice, or Ca SO4, or Ca Cl2, Ca as well as Mg. Okay, both calcium bicarbonate or calcium sulfate or calcium chloride or magnesium bicarbonate or magnesium sulfate or magnesium chloride, whatever present in the water reacts with this zeolite and gives Na2 HCO3 twice, Na2SO4 Cl2 plus Ca or Mg Z, calcium zeolite or magnesium zeolite. Okay, so a bed will be there like this, the bed of this zeolite. Suppose this is zeolite bed. Okay, so if you send water to this tank, the water passes through this zeolite. It is a porous material. While passing through that, it reacts and it catches that. The zeolite catches those calcium and magnesium, and here pure water will come. I mean soft water. Understood now? This is zeolite material, Na2Z. But that Na2, after some time, what happens? Complete sodium ions. Okay, complete sodium ions will be attached to those bicarbonate, sulfates, and chlorides, and calcium ions present in water will be attached to this zeolite. Then after some time, what happens? Complete zeolite, I mean sodium zeolite will be exhausted and becomes actually calcium and magnesium zeolite. Then what to do? How to wash that material, actually this sodium zeolite? So the cleaning should be done. The cleaning process is like this. The cleaning process see, so now at present it is having completely magnesium or calcium zeolite. It becomes actually magnesium or calcium zeolite, right? MgZ or okay, we'll write like this. CaRMg Z, it becomes like this. Then what to do? Then we send cleaning process is like this. Cleaning process is so we send sodium chloride solution, NaCl, salt water. Okay, we send salt water through this. That salt water passes through this zeolite bed and comes as a what? Comes as water with CaCl2 and MgCl2. The reactions are like this. See here, that CaZ or MgZ reacts with NaCl, gives rise to Na2Z plus CaRMg Cl2. Understood now? That can be, that means you are washing this resin material, just washing that resin material with salt water, so that the chloride ions will be okay attached to this. I mean, chloride ions reacts with calcium and magnesium, and chloride will be trapped with this calcium and magnesium. That will be removed, calcium and magnesium. The sodium will go back to the resin. The sodium go back to the resin, so fresh. Again, it becomes fresh resin. Okay. So initially, the resin will be having Na2Z, Na2 sodium ions. Then the Na2 will be replaced with calcium and magnesium, and Na2 go away with water. So now for in cleaning process, NaCl salt water we are adding. I mean we are making passes through this zeolite material actually. So in this process, the original Na2Z will be formed. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So in this process, actually, of course, zero hardness can be achieved. In lime soda process, zero hardness may not be achieved. Here, the zero hardness can be achieved. Why we need zero hardness means, of course, for drinking water purpose, zero hardness is not required. But for industrial purpose, actually, to avoid boiler scalings and all, so we need zero hardness water. Okay. Suppose for municipal water supply, suppose if you use this zeolite process, so what to do to maintain some hardness? So anyway, the zeolite process gives actually zero hardness water, but to avoid, I mean, to have some hardness, so bypass some water without treatment and mix it with the zero hardness water, so that, so I mean, the required hardness are 70 or 100, you can get it in the water supplies. Okay, so then how much water needs to be bypassed? Okay, without treatment. Suppose so, suppose this is zeolite process. So water, some hardness water we are sending, it is coming out like this. So bypassing some water. Okay, without any treatment. Suppose Q discharge is sending here, Q1 is going here, Q2 is going here. Suppose here hardness is H hardness. This water is zero hardness. Okay, this one H hardness. Okay, so resultant hardness is otherwise do like this. X hardness here. This water without treatment. So X water, X hardness. I'll write here. Hardness is X. Okay, here hardness 0. after coming from zeolite process, hardness equal to 0 here. Here also X. Now here, how much hardness will be there means, see, Q1 water with the 0 hardness, Q2 water with the X hardness divided by Q1 plus Q2. This is the resultant hardness. Okay. So some water is bypassing. Bypass. That means without treatment, without softening, we are adding. Okay. So here actually, 1 second. See one problem asked in GATE 2016. The hardness of groundwater sample. The hardness of groundwater sample was found to be 420 mg per liter. Okay, as CaCO3. Okay, a softener. A softener containing ion exchange resins. Ion exchange resins was installed to reduce the total hardness to 75 mg per liter as CaCO3 before supplying to 4 households. 4 households. Each household gets treated water at a rate of 540 liters per day. If the efficiency of the softener is 100%, the bypass flow rate expressed in liters per day is dash. Okay, this is the question. That means, see, 4 household, each household requires how much water? 540 liters, right, per day. So 4 household means how much water required? into 4. That means total discharge is how much?
2160.
Yeah. So total discharge 2160 liters per day. Hardness is basically 420 mg per liter. So it is bypass water. Bypass spelling BY na?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Now it is a softener actually. Yeah, its efficiency is actually 100%. That's why hardness here 0. Suppose 90% efficiency means removal is 90%, right?
0.1.
How much will be there hardness if it is 90%?
10% of hardness will be removed.
Yeah, 42 will be there here. Okay, now it is 100%. That's why 0 hardness will be there here. 0 hardness. Assume bypass flow rate actually. Bypass flow rate X liters per day. We don't know that. How much bypassing? That only we need to find X liters per day. But here hardness equal to how much we need? 75 finally. 75 mg per liter. So if that is X, then this water will be here. It is 2160 minus X, right? How much is going to soften? I mean, treatment is going to give only for 2160 minus X water. Okay. So now weighted average, that 75 will be equal to, see, 2160 minus X water is having 0 hardness and X water is having 420 hardness. So divide by 2160. So only one variable is there unknown. So X equal to how much? X equal to
385.7
385.7 mg per liter. Sorry,
liter per day.
liter per day. Okay. So like this, you can work out. And you can expect some other kind of problems also. Like note down the problem. Quantity of water required per hour. Quantity of water required per hour equal to 25,000 liters per hour. Hardness present in raw water. Raw water equal to 400 mg per liter as CaCO3. Hardness to be obtained. Hardness to be obtained in the treated water supplies. Supplies equal to 50 mg per liter as CaCO3. Okay. Ion exchange capacity. Ion exchange capacity of the zeolite. Zeolite equal to 50 kg per meter cube of zeolite. Okay. Assume that the industry works for two shifts of 8 hours each per day. Okay. Question is, find the volume of zeolite required. In meter cube. Okay. So assume cleaning is done every day. Okay, cleaning is done every day. Yeah. How to work out that? First of all, how much percentage of water is to be treated? How to work out that? Percentage of water. I mean, how much quantity of water needs to be treated? Because 50 mg is allowed actually, 400 mg is there. Percentage of water needs to be treated. That means what is bypass flow? Total water per day. How much? Total water per day equal to yeah, 8 hours plus 8 hours, 16 hours, right? Totally 25,000 liters multiplied by 16. How much? Total water per day.
4 lakhs.
4 lakhs liters needs to be. Okay, this much water. Okay. Bypass flow rate. Can we find bypass flow rate? Assume bypass water equal to x liters. Then x multiplied by 400 plus 4 lakhs minus x multiplied by 0 divided by total 4 lakhs, right? Equal to 50. So what is bypass water?
$50,000.
Emma?
50,000, sir.
50,000 liters. So treatment required only for treatment required for 3,50,000 liters. So hardness present in 3,50,000 liters equal to 3,50,000 liters multiplied by 400 mg per liter into 10 power minus 6, that will be in kg. How much?
One 40.
140 kg. Okay. So how much bed is required? Daily once if you clean, every day once. Okay. Yeah. Its capacity, I mean, 10, what is that? Ion exchange capacity is how much? Where is that? Yeah, 50 kg, right? 50 kg per meter cube of zeolite. Okay. 50 kg అని చెప్పాము. Sorry, take 10 kg. Take 10 kg of zeolite. 10 kg per meter cube of zeolite, ion exchange capacity. Then volume of zeolite required. Required equal to every 10 kg, I mean 1 meter cube of zeolite can handle 10 kg. So to handle 140 kg of hardness, how much zeolite is required? 140 by 10, that equal to 14 meter cube of zeolite is required. Okay, 14 meter cube of zeolite is required. So you can do directly also. How? That 4 lakh liters. So in every liter, 400 minus 50, 350 only removing, right? 350 mg per liter. Converting to kg, so that is 140 kg. Directly also you can do. Okay, na?
Yes, sir.
Okay, 140 kg. So volume equal to 140 by 10, that equal to 14 meter cube. You can work out like this also. So then demineralization process, basically the difference between demineralization process and zeolite process is, in demineralization process, not only calcium and magnesium, all minerals will be removed completely. It becomes completely mineral free water. That means distilled water. It becomes distilled water. Okay, so some separate resins will be used for that purpose. Demineralization process. All minerals will be removed by using special resins. Okay, like reactions will be, see here, H2Z plus CaHCO3 twice gives rise to CaZ plus 2CO2 plus 2H2O, H2Z plus Na2SCO3 gives rise to Na2Z plus 2CO2 plus 2H2O. See, actually sodium bicarbonate is not causing any hardness. Still this zeolite is removing that mineral also. Sodium also it is removing. Okay. Our purpose is only to remove calcium and magnesium, right? But this kind of zeolite, I mean this kind of resin actually removing everything. H2Z plus CaSO4 gives rise to CaZ plus H2SO4, H2Z plus Na2SO4. Again, see here, Na2SO4 does not cause any hardness. Still that also needs it is removing. Okay, plus H2SO4. So unnecessarily all minerals are removing here. CaCl, of course, it is causing hardness. CaZ plus 2HCl. So like this, it actually in this process you can see water gets, I mean pH value increases. So H2SO4 is adding, no? Right? So acidity, it become acidic. Water become acidic actually because of this. Okay. So then what to do? How to get back these resins? Cleaning process. CaZ wash with H2SO4. Again, you'll get back H2Z plus CaSO4. Or CaZ wash with HCl also, hydrochloric acid. H2Z plus CaCl2. Like this. You can wash and can get back this original resin. So actually in this process we can get distilled water. Distilled water means almost mineral free water. Okay, mineral free water. Of course, this is not important for public water supplies or something like that. Okay. Okay. Of course, it is costly. It is costly process. Water becomes acidic. Becomes acidic in nature. Okay. Like this.